So the hot take is that doing the work is not enough. Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm the co-founder of Saya, a growth engine for creative businesses and growth stage brands, where I work with agency leaders, creative and cultural entrepreneurs to get to the next phase of their business. Today, we're going to be debunking some career advice found on Reddit on getting a promotion so that you can get ahead in life. So the first advice is coming from Seraphine. They ask, I've been in my current job for about 3 years and have consistently exceeded expectations. Despite that, I haven't received a promotion or any kind of raise. How do I ask for a promotion without damaging my relationship with my manager? I don't want to sound ungrateful. 3 years without a promotion is a red flag. If you're not getting a promotion after 3 years in the same place, to me, it speaks more about the company you're working with rather than who you are as a person. Because there's got to be a reason that they've kept you there for 3 years. Like, you're doing the work. You're putting in the hours. In that 3 years, chances are you're doing more because you've evolved. And if a promotion hasn't come with an added scope of work, now that is great time for you to start evaluating, is this company allowing me to be the best version of myself? And especially in the Asian context with smaller to mid-sized companies, many of them use "we are family" language to drag out promotions. What you want to do in this case is discuss a really clear timeline with your manager with a set of KPIs as to what you can achieve in order to get to the next phase of your job within that company. The second advice comes from Butterfly Koh, and they go, it can be a scary conversation, but it needs to happen. The worst that can happen is that they blow you off. And if that happens, my advice is to start looking for a place that pays you what you're worth. Remember, both your employer and you can negotiate changes to your job at any time. So I 100% agree with Butterfly Koh. The last time that I asked for a promotion at my previous job, I quit, I left, and I started my own company. The most important thing in knowing your self-worth is actually that meticulous work that you have to do in order to track your own achievements and your own contributions. If you're not tracking what you're doing, if you don't know your value, no one else is going to be fighting for you. So keep your receipts. It's quite a common thing for an employer to blow you off if you ask for a promotion. But what's more important is what happens after that, whether or not they actually sit down with you truthfully to plan for the next steps. Timing is everything. You want to make sure that you are in the right budget cycles. You want to make sure that you are catching your managers in a time whereby they're actively planning for the next phase of the company. Advice 3 comes from the Conscious Shift Mon. To get noticed for leadership roles, strengthen the skills that are relevant to leadership, like self-awareness, empathy, and the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes. It will increase your chance of being seen as a great leader. So the hot take is that doing the work is not enough. Anyone can be a task bunny. Anyone can execute. But strategic thinkers, the ones with vision, the ones that can communicate and inspire others, those are the ones that have got real leadership potential. Soft skills are definitely an underrated workplace hack. The truth is that you don't work in isolation, you work with a team. So it's really important to learn how to work with people. And it's down to the way that you communicate. It's down to the way you address friction, deal with conflict, even the way that you celebrate wins. As a founder now, what's more important for me is your energy, your vibe, and also whether or not there are shared principles. Advice number 4 comes from Additional Jaguar 170. As you move up, simply doing good work isn't enough. You have to be seen and also be likable. Likability and being a people pleaser is not on your job description at all. That's a complete myth. Main thing is that know your worth. You were hired for a certain set of skills. Know what your strengths are and know your contributions to the team and to the company. So instead of focusing on making yourself more likable, maybe think about making yourself more approachable. And approachability comes with being able to be understood. And then it's all back down to how you communicate. Advice number 5 comes from Ghosted You. And they go, being known and respected by the leadership team goes a long way. You could be the best employee, but if no one knows of you, you're not going to be considered for promotion. Absolutely true. So that's why keep your receipts, because if no one's going to own your journey, you have to do it. So if you know that your manager is struggling to give you that time of day, or if you know that there is work that you're doing that is not the most visible, be proactive. Be the one saying like, hey, I would like for you to do this performance review with me 3-6 months down the road. And these are my goals. Advice number 6 comes from Repulsive School 253. If you've just got promoted and don't feel ready for it, my advice is to take it one day at a time. There is always someone who's noticing your good work, and it's time you notice it too. So turn your self-doubt into a source of motivation. The truth is, imposter syndrome only happens to people who are really good at what they're doing. You never see someone who's cruising through life and like cruising through their day jobs suffering from imposter syndrome. So it's a good sign. I think when you're promoted for good grounds, meaning that, you've had X amount of contributions, X amount of achievements, clearly it's not you, it's someone else that has decided that you are great at what you're doing, you're killing it, and you're ready for the next phase. So trust in that experience of the person, trust that they will work alongside you and that they will support you to get where you need to be. Well, that's it. I hope you guys learned something useful to help with your career progression and get that bread. Join us for the next episode of Get Ahead, and if you've got any questions at all, feel free to leave a comment down below.